Welcome back to another episode of Excuse My Grandma. It's Kim and my co-host.
Grandma Gail.
Still down in Palm Beach.
And we've done a lot of outdoor activities and a meeting with loads of people who want to be on our podcast, want to do things with us and partner with us. So we've had a very successful week, Kim.
Yeah, it's funny that sometimes we can do business meetings down here because you don't think of it as like a New York, Chicago, LA thing, which it's really not, but there are a lot of people who reach out to us for business opportunities here, which is great. There's a lot of stores down here, so a lot of like the brands we like to work with or potentially work with, like a Lily Pulitz or like a J. McLaughlin, they're like down here. So
yeah, and as of course, as people are exiting the Northeast and coming to be down to Florida, we've got many more large companies here, and we're finding that they're looking for us. So that's really fun, and we're having a great time with it.
yes. What have we been up to recently? Had my birthday, pretty uneventful.
Well, but it was a very nice day. You had a good
Yeah.
day. We were all over the place. We went to it for a little shopping. We had a tiny bit of shopping, not that much. And you saw a fabulous thing in Chanel
Yeah.
that you were fantasizing about.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
would
you'd
never.
use it for.
I think even if I was a billionaire, I couldn't get behind spending money on a mirror.
on a mirror.
It was this gorgeous Chanel hand mirror, but like you have your selfie camera on your phone, so what do you need a mirror for?
I think it's just a giggle.
Yeah.
I think it's just for the person. It's a gift for the person who has everything.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it could be a fun thing, for maybe a 50th birthday party. That's a surprise.
Right.
It was fun. We walked around the avenue down here, which is always beautiful. Then we had lunch at the beach because it was so hot. You had to be on the ocean to get a breeze.
Yep. I
And-
walked Millie, the puppy.
Yes, you were very busy watching her dig holes. I think she thinks she's going to China. She digs so deep. Of course, this past week you went to the Honda Classic, which we had to figure out an outfit for because it was at least going to be 92
Yeah.
walking along the course.
And it's fun because I go with some friends and we get tickets in the Bear Trap, which is like the area that is pretty social. Like people are obviously watching the golf, but they're also like drinking and it's more of like a day party kind of atmosphere.
And I think also it shielded you a little from the sun because it was so beastly hot on the course that day. So I think that was fun too. And you got your hat, which is now a collector's item.
Because it's the last one. It's kind of nostalgic.
Not the last tournament, Kim. The last one Honda sponsored. It's
Right.
going- I think somebody
But
else
it won't
is
be
going to
called the
pick it up.
Honda Classic and
No.
the hats won't say Honda Classic.
No, that's correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I really like going. I mean, it's the only sport that I care about, so it like is more fun. I mean, it's fun to go to a basketball game or a baseball game, but I don't like actually watch the sport.
Well, because you know how to play the game, so it makes you a little more interested if the putts go to the left or the putts go to the right, and you think that maybe if you watch the guys long enough, you're going to pick up the same kind of strokes.
Yeah.
But
Did
I
you
rather
watch
doubt
the golf show that's on Netflix that everyone's talking about?
The Full Swing. I
Yeah.
did watch it. And actually Poppy watched it. After the first chapter, turned it off because I was a little disappointed. They had two young players on a private plane drinking and gambling. They showed sort of almost the worst side of the game, and I think they're showing too much of divisiveness between the two new leagues that have been formed.
I wonder if they're trying to kind of build up the celebrity of being a golfer.
Well, I think there was nobody more of a celebrity than Tiger Woods.
I'm saying there's like one person versus like in
Mickelson.
basketball, it's like everybody.
Well, no, but there was only one Michael Jordan or one Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's stars in every sport that are iconic.
But like, what's the new kid? Like, he's
Well-
not new, but like the young guy.
Well,
that,
Schleifer, I think there are some new ones.
Justin
is now,
Thomas.
Right, Rahm is now #1 in the world. I watched him from one of the tournaments out in California last week. I mean, there are a lot of young players, but they don't quite have the charisma that Tiger had.
Mm-hmm.
And, first Tiger was also the first black great player that really played on the national scene, and everybody identified with him because he started when he was a little kid of 5 and progressed to be, I think now he's 47. To still be playing golf is pretty amazing. But I think, and he also had a great style when he went out there, as did Mickelson, as did Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus. I mean, there were stars in every generation, but
Yeah.
I think they're looking for someone who'll be a little more exciting to watch on TV. A lot of these golfers today, because of the equipment being so particular and so, high-end tech kind of stuff. A lot of it is, there's power in the game. It's not as much finesse as who can hit almost 380 yards to get to the green. So
I found it interesting, like watching their relationships for some reason, like with their girlfriends or wives or whoever.
Well, I think they need that. I think they have to have some kind of relationship to keep them grounded to some extent. And that's why so many golfers, I shouldn't say more than. I think most athletes actually marry very young because they have to blot out the noise from all the people around them who want a piece of them.
Right.
And therefore, when they get home, they can have a family, they can sit down and have a pizza with their kids and somehow go back to a real world situation, which they don't often have.
But it's like a double-ended thing, right? Because like if you are a celebrity athlete, like a lot of girls are going to want to go out with you. That's like tempting. But also, personally, I feel like if I was a professional athlete, as you're saying, I would want somebody who I know is like in it for the right reasons.
Right. Well, of course.
Like, so, and also you're always traveling, you're always whatever. Like,
it's a very hard thing on a relationship, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So
it'd be fun to date an athlete. I would try it.
Okay. Kim, I don't think I have the strength. I don't think I can watch you do that. But anyway.
That's actually self-sabotage.
But I think it's been fun, and I think you had a great time.
Yeah.
And then you went out for dinner afterwards with your friends, which is always fun up north. And what'd you go to? That 1,000 North?
1,000 North, which I love up there.
I love
it's like Jupiter area.
Yeah. It's very pretty, and it's on the water, so you get a little bit of the water scene. Of course, when it's dark, you don't see much of the water.
I'm trying to think if there's a profession I haven't dated, like gone out with.
I don't. Have you gone out with a football player?
No, not football, but like somewhat of an athlete.
Well, I don't know, Kim. I don't think any of your boyfriends have been great athletes. I mean, they're all right. They're not making any of the major teams in their sport. But, but I'm just thinking,
even like one date though. I'm thinking.
Oh. I don't
like
know.
Definitely an athlete, definitely finance, definitely real estate. Have I gone out with a doctor? I don't even.
Well, that would be the best.
I don't even
thing.
know. Definitely a lawyer.
Right. Definitely a lot of people in media.
Yeah, definitely a lot of
media people. No, I think a doctor could be something you could really aspire to.
Maybe that's a 2023 goal.
I think that would be a good thing. Grandma likes doctors.
Yeah. But I think guys who are doctors know that whoever they're going out with, their mothers and grandmothers are going to be obsessed with them. So they have like this air of like, I'm not even worried about what your family's going to think. I know they're going to love me.
Well, they usually do. And I think most people in the medical profession, whether it be a woman or a man, tend to marry other doctors. Of course, Kim, your biggest trauma this past week has been that somebody hacked your Instagram, your business. Was it your?
No, not excuse my grandma account.
Right,
so
heavens,
don't worry about
heavens.
that. But my personal Kim Merstein account.
It became so frustrating to try to find out how to get rid of this terrible person on your account, and it's impossible, right?
Yeah, well, as of the time we're recording this, I'm still not back in my personal account. So I will update everyone on social media, but like don't interact with Kim Merstein. Actually, what happened was I've reached out to every single person I could potentially know. So on LinkedIn, which is like the professional platform to like connect with people, if you don't know, I looked at everyone who went to Cornell who works at Instagram. Every single person.
There were a lot of them.
I matched with all of them that I could find and messaged them and was like, you got to help me. Found one girl who's been very nice, and she's works there obviously, and she's still it's been 10 days and we still can't get back into the account. So for now, it has been disabled. So I think if you search for me, I won't even come up, but I'm going to get it back. But now we know the hacker's out, which is like a good step.
Right, exactly.
But it's just ridiculous to
there was no number. That's the other thing. We tried to search how to correct it right away because you saw it happening 10 days ago, and there's no like help number. You fill out a form. I mean, there must be a zillion people getting hacked all the time.
That's the issue. Like, I do want to go after Instagram and be like, how can they not have a person to talk to? But also, there are millions of people probably getting hacked. So
and
how would
they're
they
doing
even
now? Which they're doing. They started already in Europe. They know you're not the only one having this issue. That it's so rampant. They're putting now in a double security code, which I gather you're going to pay for if you wish to protect your account, which of course for $14.99, everybody's going to want to pay for it.
Well, this is what I don't get. Like, I wonder what level of verification is, because right now on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, if you are a verified person, so it's like you're a celebrity, you're a business, you're whatever, that's nobody else can impersonate, you have a blue check mark next to your name. It's very hard to get that blue check mark right now. But what is it that people are paying for? Because we're not all going to have the blue check mark.
I think if you pay for it, yes. I think
everybody has a blue check mark. So then how do you differentiate a celebrity?
I don't think they care. I don't think Instagram cares who you are. I think what they want to do is protect their accounts, and they're so badly damaged all over the world because of these crazy people who go in and steal identities and try to get, do very bad things. This is their solution. So we're going to see. It hasn't come to the United States yet.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Facebook has it. I think Facebook already has it in place, but not Instagram. I think they're working on it. But
that's weird. Facebook and Instagram are the same company.
Well, but they've got it installed. I read that in the paper. I think I'm correct.
I need to read more into this because it's not really making sense to me. It's something we're going to go on a
campaign about, because it's really very, very aggravating, and it really it's a frustrating thing if you're doing business.
It's a very annoying and strange feeling to feel like somebody is impersonating you.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And spreading misinformation. This particular hacker was posting a lot about cryptocurrency,
which you know nothing about.
Nothing about, which was really funny because a lot of people were DMing, "Excuse my grandma," once I said I was hacked on Kim Merstein, and they were like, "We knew you were hacked because you've never spoken about cryptocurrency. So unlike you." And I was like, well, at least my followers know me, which is great.
They're smart.
At least, very good. Unlike me, like when I got hacked, but whatever. It happens to everybody.
It's just very sad. It's a sad situation.
It's really sad, and you feel really helpless and violated.
Yeah.
Wait, but this is the weirdest part of it all, which no one else seems to think is weird. I've never had a dream about hacking in my whole life.
Right.
And 3 days before, I had a dream that my Instagram was hacked, and I was watching my follower number go down. And I was like, oh my God, I've worked so hard the last 2-3 years to build up this following and create great content. And I was so stressed out. I was crying in my dream. And then I woke up. I had dinner with my girlfriends. I told them about the dream, and then this happened.
Well, that's very psychic. I think maybe you might have to start reading tarot cards for people.
Well, I am a Pisces, which is the most psychic sign because we're the last zodiac, so we feel all of the emotions of the zodiacs above us. That said, why did I have to dream something negative for that to come true? Why can't I dream for a prince?
Exactly, for a Prince Charming to come, for the frog to turn into a prince. I don't know. But all right, we're over it now. We're
well, when I do have that dream, we'll know that it's soon coming.
That's true. But hopefully everything will be great in the city, and you'll be having a lot of fun and walking around and doing some activities. I'll miss you.
I know.
But
I'm not going for that long.
No, but I might have to pop up to the city and get a little bit of a New York fix. You know, it gets me down.
And maybe I'll talk about it this week, but I'm going back and going to multiple charity events. They're all Jewish related charities,
but we are doing something hopefully for Meals on Wheels, which helps everybody.
But that's in the summer.
Yeah, but we want everyone to give back to their communities, and we're so much a part of that, and we're hoping to help those less fortunate than ourselves. So everybody has to lend a hand in these troubled times. So Kim, I think that sort of
is it for this week.
I think it's really enough for this week. We've covered a lot of areas, and we wish you all a good week ahead.
We wanted to do our 50s movie of the week. This isn't 50s, but it's still kind of retro. Tin Cup, because we were talking about golf, is our movie of the week. Really cute rom-com about golf. Kevin Costner.
And he keeps trying. I think he hit the ball 17 times till he got it somewhere. That looks sort of like my game.
Oh, it's such a good movie. But yeah, you guys should check that out if you are in the golf mode. Another great episode of Excuse My Grandma. Follow us, Excuse My Grandma. Don't follow Kim Merstein yet, but you can. But Excuse My Grandma on Instagram or TikTok, and we will see you next week.
Bye.